Okay, so we've got a few members of the OCYG leadership team here. The Rubio family is all assembled. I'm recording now. I've got a computer over here. Y'all can probably see that. That's open to the SurveyMonkey link that we sent out yesterday in an email. So just real briefly, we are assembled like this because we're about to reveal the Elite Eight results, and there is at least for most people here, there are two matchups that nobody knows how it went. And there is one matchup that I don't know how it went. So we just thought it would be fun to record the reveal here. So real quick, let's just make sure everybody knows how we collect the data. So on Wednesday nights, Denox and Emily conduct Zoom polls for high schoolers and middle schools. And that's where we get the first votes for every round. And we tell those students, basically you get a bonus vote. You show up on Wednesday nights, you get a chance to have two votes, because then the next day or in some future day, Rachel on Instagram middle school and Emily on high school Instagram, you guys send out polls.
Yep.
And that's where we get most of our data, is from the Instagram polls. But we also, on Facebook and Twitter, we send out a link for a SurveyMonkey, and it's open for exactly the same amount of time that all of our Instagram polls. And then what we do finally is, for moms and dads and teens that don't have any social media, we always make an email SurveyMonkey link available. And it's the last thing we do, because typically we've tried not to overload people with weekly emails. So Denox, every Sunday morning, you have sent out a link to what is in essence the last chance for someone to vote on all 4 rounds. And that link is, will stay open a little longer than any of the other links. And we did that for the Sweet 16, the Sweet and Savory 16. We did that yesterday. So yesterday at noon, we released our, hey, if you don't have social media, here's how you vote. And we told them that would stay open for 24 hours. So that just closed. And what we know so far is this: the Home Alone High School Musical numbers were so close. I think only 2 votes separated them as of yesterday. If I recall correctly, High School Musical was ahead by 2 votes going into this final thing, or maybe it was 4 votes. And then I think it was, anyway, the Pirates of the Caribbean matchup with Iron Man was even closer. As of yesterday, 2 votes separated them, with Iron Man being ahead. No, I'm sorry, it was 4 votes. It was 4 votes separated them, with Iron Man being ahead. And then as of last night, I had kind of, just before I went to bed, I thought, I've got to find out. So I went and I checked the latest survey, the one that was still open until a few minutes ago. And the data that came in suggested that what we now know after 37 respondents for this survey, we know that there's not a tie. Last night, we actually thought there would be. One of these matchups was tied. I didn't tell anybody what it was. One of the matchups was tied, and the other one, there was a 4-vote difference. I woke up this morning and 1 person had voted. 1 final person voted, and I don't know who they voted for. So I'm going to click this link and go ahead.
Who that person is? Like,
well,
we know who broke the.
I could probably find out. I can't remember if I made this anonymous or not.
It would just be fun to be able to pin that responsibility on.
I know. I do love that. Well, there's a pretty good chance it's Todd Lloyd, who has been a part of this process from the beginning. He might have done it. As of yesterday, Benson had not yet voted. Benson, uses the email link. And so yesterday, I thought it could be Benson that cast that final vote, but it was not Benson. He had already voted. And so I'm going to go check out the responses to this, and we will just scroll through them. Actually, I don't know. Keep in mind, I don't even know who won. Now, I do know who won the battle between Home Alone and High School Musical. So I'm recording the results. So I've got a screen recording over here on this. So you'll be able to see this in the video that comes out. Marvel's Avengers skated through. We know that. The Indiana Jones Toy Story vote was very, very close. But in the end, we also know Toy Story is going to make it through. I think it's just under double digits. I think it was like an 8 or 9 point victory. So High School Musical, which was barely ahead going into this poll, I think it was 2 votes ahead. High School Musical got a 3-vote advantage. So on the strength of a 5 votes, High School Musical does make it through. So we now know that High School Musical is moving on 5 votes. I think it ended up being something like 136, 131. Again, I can't.
Oh my gosh.
So now we know that Pirates Iron Man is the one that no one knows the results to. So on this, let's confirm real quick. I'm going to actually share the screen so you guys will all see this. This is where I tabulate all these votes. And just to confirm here that on the Pirates of the Caribbean vote, Iron Man was ahead 115 to 111 prior to including the SurveyMonkey B votes, okay, which is what I'm looking at here. So Marvel Iron Man was ahead by 4 votes. That's where we are now, okay? Marvel had a 4-vote advantage prior to these votes. So Jurassic Park blew away Lord of the Rings. We know that. Harry Potter ran away with it over The Lion King. This next one is Hunger Games, Captain America. And that was this was much closer than we thought, but Captain America goes in over Hunger Games pretty much before this poll we even knew about. Star Wars ran away from it with Jumanji. And our final matchup of the Elite Eight, I don't know which one of these won. I'm so excited right now. So can I just ask real quick, who cares? Does anybody care here whether Iron Man goes through or Pirates?
They're both good.
I would personally like for Pirates of the Caribbean to win. I know several students who are really, really rooting for that one. Like they feel strongly. Yeah. And I think that would be a really fun movie marathon for us to have together. Yeah. I don't know. I think it could be something everyone gets really into. So I would prefer Pirates of the Caribbean. Just because it's more unique. We haven't done a movie marathon of that nature.
Anybody else? Is that
like that?
Pirate?
It's just so fun.
Okay, so I kind of feel that way too. I got a text the other night from Evan Kirsten, who is my Fast and Furious buddy. We always, when the date of the next Fast and Furious comes out, Evan and I will put it on our calendars and go see the next one together. And he sent me, the other night, Fast and Furious had been eliminated, and he just sent me a text saying, I would go to war for Pirates of the Caribbean. Like he just really cares. So,
I hope he voted.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he did.
I hope so.
That'd be great. To me, it's 5 movies versus 3. So, in one way, I just kind of want Pirates to move on. Probably neither one of these 2 are going to beat Star Wars. But are you ready for the reveal? Okay. So the reveal, I don't know if you can see this. Those are the numbers for Juji Fruit, Star Wars versus Jumanji. And I'm going to try and, can y'all see that actually, you're not going to be able to see it. Okay. I'll just edit this in somehow at the bottom corner here. So I'm scrolling up now and we're about to see the results. Somebody give me a drum roll. Give me a drum roll. Who moves on to the Elite Eight? Is it Pirates of the Caribbean or is it Marvel Iron Man? 2 super heavyweights. 1 vote separates them. Look at Margot. She's riveted right now. Here we go. And the winner is, hold on. Let's remind ourselves. Iron Man, hold on. Just to be clear, what we're about to see is a SurveyMonkey B vote. And Iron Man had a 4-vote lead. So if Pirates is ahead by 5 here, Pirates goes through. If Pirates is not ahead by 5, Iron Man goes through. Okay, drum roll. Here we go. And the totals are, for this last vote, I'm scrolling up. Pirates 21, Marvel Iron Man 16. Pirates goes through. Oh, that was so much more fun. We had all been disappointed.
Oh, man.
Is that the first Marvel movies down?
Can y'all see that?
Oh, I am so happy.
21 to 16, which means that means Pirates won by a single vote. And somebody, I went to bed at about 1:30 a.m. So somebody, one person this morning voted and made the difference. Because when I went to bed, it was going to overtime and we didn't know how we were going to do a live vote. Okay, that's it. We did it. We're moving on to the Elite Eight. Who's excited about the Elite Eight? Denox, maybe sometime, in the next little bit, you can get Margot, interview Margot and see if Margot has a favorite, to move forward. Like, what's her favorite movie of the Elite Eight? We know Coco is not in it, but, let us know. And because we'd love to share that with the world.
She has, Margot, can you tell them what movie you were watching this morning? She, for the first time, has started watching Toy Stories.
Oh,
that's exciting.
Toy Story 2 today.
Really?
Can you say Toy Story? You're not going to be able to understand it, but
we got a T sound. We got a T sound.
I guess the final Margot's favorite of the final 8 is for sure Toy Story. It's the only.
That is great. Oh my goodness, y'all! Great work. Great work. All right, moving on to the Elite Eight. Let's get those polls ready. We're going to release at 2 o'clock or so.
Okay.
Love you guys. Great work. Thanks. High fives. High fives. High fives. High fives. High fives.
High fives.